All right, so I want to quickly show you how equity, margin, free margin, balance, and the whole of them works, right? So how they how they works when you have position running, right? So this is one of the broker I use, right? So now if you watch here on this account, we have a balance of 4610 USD and the equity is 4610 USD and the free margin, you see that I don't have any position open, right? I don't have any position open. So that is why everything are the same. But for the purpose of what I want to do, right? This is a live account. But for the purpose of what I want to do, because I don't just, as a trader, you don't just wake up and place trades, right? So for the purpose of what I want to do, I will open a demo account just to show you how these things works, right? So let me see if I can open a demo account. I just don't want to touch, I don't want to joke with this live account. Okay. Great. All right. That is perfect. So we are in this demo account I created right now. So if you watch everything, you see that you watch everything, you are going to see that the balance is 10,000, equity 10,000, free margin is 10,000. Now, once I open a position, you are going to see that it's either the balance will be the same, but the equity will increase. The equity will either increase or decrease, and also the free margin will either increase or decrease. Now, at the moment, you are seeing that there is no column for margin, right? But once I open a trade, you are going to see margin. So let me quickly, okay, let me just open a trade, new order. So I just want to, I'm just playing around with this account, right? So this is a demo account. So I just want to open an order with a volume of one, which is standard lot. So I want to buy this asset, right? So my buy is active. Now remember what I told you. Before I opened this position, you know that there was no column for margin. But now that I've opened this position, right, you see that we have margin. Now, if you look, we are going to, let me see if I can zoom in. All right, so if you also look, we are going to see that the balance is the same, but the equity has increased, right? Because this trade is currently running in profit, right? Now the equity has increased. Now remember the formula we have for equity, right? I told you that equity is the initial balance plus the profit or the initial balance minus loss. So that is why you are seeing the equity as this. If you check the profit is still fluctuating because it's currently active. This is $22. So when you add this to the balance, that is why you're having this. Now this is the margin. So as long as what this simply means that as long as in this $10,000 account, as long as I have $205 95 cents. As long as I have it, this trader open can continue running. It can continue running even if I did not close it as long as I have this margin, right? Then if you look at the free margin. The free margin I have left is 9,805. Now look at the margin level. This is the margin level. So when you put in those calculations, with those calculations, you can be able to the the free margin is the amount of margin you have left. Now I want to open another position. When I open another position, let's check what the free margin will be. Now the free margin is this. I want to open another position with one lot. I want to buy again. Now you see that the free margin moved from 9,008 to 9,006, right? And also you see that the balance is still the same, but the equity, remember, equity is the initial balance plus or minus profit. Now also, if you watch the margin level, see that the margin level has increased, right? So we still want to confirm, I will open another trade, right? So remember, the margin level is equity over margin times 100. So let me open another trade so that you see, understand the margin level, right? So don't try this at home. I'm just playing around, right? So if you check, the margin has increased to 600, from 200 to 400 to 600, from 205 to 400 to 600. Now the free margin from 9,008 to 9,006 to 9,004, then the margin level, right? So these are how these guys affect your, these are how these guys are calculated, right? And the calculation is done at the calculation is already, MT5 is already doing the calculation for you, right? So you might not really need to be doing it manually, right? Unless if you are a developer like us. So that is when you need to pay attention to these guys. So let me open another position with sell. Just want to blur around things. Right. So this is not a live account. So you can open as many positions as you like. Right. So I believe with this you have a better understanding of margin, equity, free margin, and the rest. So as long as I have 411.96. These positions I open, right, they can continue to run in this account until the balance left, or until my equity goes down to this. Maybe my equity goes down to this, reaches this value. Remember, the equity now is at 10,000 plus. So if it goes down to 400 plus, right, I'm going to get a margin call. And once you get a margin call, the broker will automatically close all the positions for you. All right, so that is that about the risk management. So I'm going to okay, I'm going to now show you how you use the risk management calculator in your how you use the risk management calculator. I'm going to show you from my phone, from my tablet, I mean, how you use the various risk management calculator, and also how you can do the calculation without using the calculator. So I'll show you also the workaround. So now, if I close this particular position now, you won't see this margin column again. Just watch what will happen. Have you seen? You are not seeing margin again. So by default, you won't have margin, right? So it's only when you want to open a trade that you have margin, because margin is the amount of money you need to keep outside for you to open a trade, right? Now this is now the balance. This is now the new balance, and once the trade has closed, you see that balance is equal to equity for closed trade, right? This is not the free market. Everything are equal when the trades are closed. But when you have a position running, it's only the balance that is default. So now because most people will make this mistake, right? You might have a $100 account and you have position open and you are still looking at $100. So once a trade is open, right, what is your own money there now is no longer what is in the balance, but what is in the equity. So it's the equity that you pay attention to, because once you closes the equity, it will affect the balance, right? Once you closes the equity, it will affect the balance. All right. See you in the next